Yeah.
How has SpongeBob's animation evolved over the past 25 years?
So early on, it was still all hand done. I would go in. I loved production. I still love production. I would go back and I want to see all the painters painting the cells. Like they used to physically paint all the cells still.
Frame by frame?
Yeah. They used to physically do everything. And my friend Theo, who's our colorist, used to hand mix all the colors. Like she sat with her paint palettes and would hand mix everything. Like the color that is SpongeBob, she created.
That yellow.
That was all her. But now, as technology has changed, now all those artists and all of our production had to switch over and learn how to do things electronically.
Electronically on the computer?
Yeah. With something called a Cintiq. So a Cintiq is like a computer that has all the art supplies, but digitally. So now you go on the Cintiq and you pick your color and you pick your brush and you pick your everything, but it's not tangible like it used to be.
So the animated rooms used to have just drawings everywhere.
Everywhere.
And now it's just all on the computer. Crazy.
Yeah. Sometimes they still do. So they do things called gross ups on the show. Like when they have a close up, like, and it's really gross, like SpongeBob's
it's like his lips.
snot or whatever, lips.
Taking a bite of the Krabby Patty.
Yes. Sometimes they still paint those.
Those still look, okay.
Yeah, they'll hand paint
Did
those.
Steven draw those himself too?
Oh, yeah, he did a ton of artwork. I mean, he had his team do it when the show was in production, but he always, he had the skills. Back in the day, they used to throw a lot of that stuff out. Like, I used to go into the studio, and there'd be all this stuff in the trash can, and I'd be like, So I have weird random things at home.
Did you try and collect your character?
When possible, but I also just collected things that I thought were beautiful. Some of the backgrounds and stuff are so beautiful. Yeah.
How does working on SpongeBob compare to working on Jimmy Neutron?
Oh, it's interesting because they were both such great experiences. Jimmy Neutron was fun for me because it was a movie first. And as an actor, like I said, I really liked the journey. I liked the emotional journey that Cindy had in the movie. And then it went to series. And that show was all digital from the beginning. That was CGI. I don't know all my terminology. But So I didn't have the same interaction with the fine artists like I do on SpongeBob. But that was a really fun. So here's my random career thing again. So I was frustrated with my agent at the time, very frustrated with my agent because I felt like they just weren't doing anything. They take credit for getting me on SpongeBob, which they didn't because it was Donna on the sidewalk, but all right. And I didn't feel like they were getting me out or I didn't feel like I was getting opportunities. And I was really ticked off one day and I was standing in the office and I was standing at the agent assistant's desk, like quietly angry. Yeah, pretty much. And they got a phone call and I could hear the one side of it, which was like, she's about 10, she's this, she's that, and I'm standing there going, me, it's for me. And they hung up the phone and they were like, all right, Carolyn.
Security's coming.
Oh my God. Right? Well, first he said, you're scaring me a little, because I guess my hostility was quite palpable. But they said it's a scratch track. It's a scratch track for a movie. Now, a scratch track means that they need to start getting the animation ready, but they don't have their actors yet. Either they haven't signed their celebrities or they just haven't found their cast, but they have to start production because of money, right? So they bring people in that they'll never hire just to get it going. So they were very clear that they were hiring me to do a scratch track and I would never in a million years get the job. And even when I started recording it, they would remind me constantly, you do understand that you're not going to, I was like, yeah, I get it, God. But I think what happened was, when they got used to hearing me play her over the months, then when they started auditioning, nobody sounded, I was familiar, right? And I think that's the end of it. I got the job, like they kept me. But that was another one of those bizarre random, I have a bizarre random life.
Said no at first, and then after hearing it for so long, were you surprised that they made that acceptance on you? Because they already told you that it wasn't going to happen.
You know what's funny? As it started going, I thought this is one of those moments where I was like, no, you know what? I think I'm kind of rocking this. I think I got a handle on this. I think there's a chance they might change their mind. I really think I'm doing a good job. Yeah. So it was 50-50 when they said I could have it.
And then
yeah.
One by one, are they bringing in Carl? They're bringing in Jimmy. They're bringing in everybody else who's part of the show.
Right. Well, we were recording. I think everybody else was kind of set. The one that wasn't set was Libby, I believe, that they found a little bit later. Crystal. Yeah, it's such an interesting journey. You just never know. You got to stay open to whatever is going to happen.